Hello and welcome to week 4 of our Rebuild Your Core program. I'm so glad that you're here and you're continuing on with the program. For today, you're going to need a Pilates ball or a kid's ball, or you could use a yoga block or even a throw pillow and a chair. So let's get started. We're going to come onto our knees and our forearms. You can even use this ball to block your belly here. We're going to come onto our forearms. If you don't have a ball, just block your belly kind of with your legs here. Just gonna breathe into our back. Give me 5 good breaths here. Breathing into this area here. Feel some expansion through that back. 2 more breaths here. Push up through those forearms to lengthen that back. Last breath here. Good work. Okay, let's move into our circuit. So we're going to be using this chair and the ball. We're going to be using the ball to be squeezed between our hands here. And as we squeeze, we want to zip up through our core and we're pushing those ribs down as we squeeze and squeezing those upper abs. And then we're also going to be lifting our one knee at a time. So make sure you are in, your sit bones are directly on the chair, not in front or behind. We want to make sure we're a nice neutral pelvis. Pull up through the top of your head and inhale, exhale, pull up through that pelvic floor, zip up through the core, and 2, 3, squeeze as you lift your leg, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, going through 12, 9, 10, 11, don't lean back, 12. Good job. Now we're going to be doing an elevated plank here on this chair. So I'm just going to turn this. So before we get into the plank, nice inhale, exhale, pelvic floor comes up and in, zip up through the core, and we're just going to hold here 30 seconds. Make sure you're pushing through that serratus muscle here. We're not collapsing. We want to be hollowing that body out. If this is even too much, you can bring it up into the wall. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Okay, our next is going to be reverse tabletop leg raises. Get that out of the way. So again, we're not going to be sinking into our arms. We're going to be pushing up with our low back. Come up here. So let's try that again. I didn't cue very well. So inhale, exhale, pull pelvic floor up and in, and if you need to bend your knees, go ahead and do that. 6, 7, 8. Keep those headlights of your hip bones pointing straight at the ceiling. 2 more, 11, 12. Good work. Okay, back into the marching with the ball press. Okay, inhale, exhale, pelvic floor comes up and in, zip up to that core, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Okay, going back into that plank. So inhale, Exhale, zip up through that core, to the pelvic floor, and hold. Nice and tall through the crown of your head. Halfway there. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, come on down to the tabletop position. Okay, inhale, exhale, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you're using your glutes, not your low back, to hold you up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Awesome. Now we're going to come into our cool down. So come into a hip flexor stretch where we make sure we're not arching as we go down. We want to make sure pelvis is tucked. Remember, pull through that pelvic floor, the front of that pelvic floor, to tuck that pelvis. And that will help get the stretch here. Two more breaths here, and with each breath, you should go a little bit further. Okay, other leg. Again, pull up to the front of that pelvic floor, tilt that pelvis, and come forward. Two more breaths here. Good work, okay. Now we're gonna come back into our alternating 90-90. You know, we do these a lot, but it's an important motion to be able to get that glute function. You need to be able to internally rotate these femurs. That's what we're doing here. One more each way. Great. Now come down to your back for our final 3 deep breaths to relax that pelvic floor. Let go of all the tension. One more breath here. All right. Thank you for joining me today, and we will see you next time.